What is up, guys? It is Shootin' Skeet here, back at you. This is going to be part 7 of the Let's Play Guild Wars 2 Path of the Necromancer, where I'm going to try to take a Necromancer all the way to level 80 and follow it the entire time. Uh, if you'll notice, I think the last time we left off, my character was no more than level 13 or 14, and suddenly I am 25. What is going on with that? I will tell you. What I did was I took my crafting skills uh, from basically 0 for tailoring and artificing to 300 on each of those, and literally that gained me like 10 levels. I didn't realize exactly how much experience this was going to net me, and I wasn't really following any kind of guide. I was trying to level up, and I was like, man, where am I going to get all these components? And I did not realize that this game has the awesome feature to basically use real-world cash for gems, and then you can trade those gems for gold. So I purchased myself a few gems and got the hook up on some gold to kind of give myself a kickstart. And I was not realizing that my money was going to go so far by getting me 10 levels. Now, I have no idea if what I did is wrong. I have no idea if there is, uh, like, at some point there is a particularly hard set of levels to get through, and I should have saved that tremendous experience boost from that for then, but I know I can craft weapons that are like level 45, 50, and 60, which are way more than I can equip. Uh, but anyways, I have plenty of cash left over with that, and so I just went and hit the auction house at the Black Lion Trading Company to get some upgrades for my equipment here at level 25, and most of this is the shadow stuff of Holbrock. I don't know where this comes from, but it is pretty nice, and seems to be a good upgrade, and was pretty much the only available armor. Since I'm going with a Wellomancer build, I went ahead and I have the dagger and warhorn as my primary, and the staff as the secondary. Let's take a look at the traits, so you guys are up to date on where we're at. I dumped after I think 20 you begin starting, well actually I think after 11 you start to get these trait points, but at this point I've got like 15 in, and I started my first 10 I put in curses to get the barbed precision as well as the hemophilia, 20% increased bleeding duration, and now I'm just working on at least filling out death magic with the first 10, and yeah, so I can't go any higher on these until I reach level 40 for the second level of traits. You guys probably already know that because you play Guild Wars 2, but this was all new to me. Anyways, I'm going to try and play around with this pet, the Shadow Fiend I got. I don't know how good it is, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, let's get to killing some stuff. I have moved on here to Kessex Hills, which if you'll remember was the area um, that was kind of like over here. I was having some issues because everything in this area was like level 21, and lo and behold I am level 25 now. I'm actually been level scaled down here because most of these mobs are in the 15s, but no matter, they can all die the same. So hoping I have a little bit better survivability now that I have some better gear, and man, I didn't realize how empty my guy was with regard to gear. I mean, there was a lot of slots I just had nothing in, or I had really old, crappy stuff, so I think that was a lot of the problem I was having. I was getting really frustrated, and I knew I had to be doing something wrong, so, you know, it's usually a gear problem. So, here we go. These guys are a lot easier now. Okay, what is this? Bandit supply barrel? Yeah, yep. You won't be needing those supplies, I assume. Yeah, these attacks are hitting pretty hard here. What the staff is doing now? Oh, well, no, I think somebody else is trying to pull that mob. Maybe? No. Okay, have another. There, okay. Bandit Highwayman. Yeah, let's go try to kill him. He's level 17 and we're scaled down to 16 right now, so maybe what can I steal? What am I supposed to steal? Oh, some bandit supplies, alright. Okay. Out of the fire. What? Yeah, these guys are not doing that much damage to me, which is a good thing. Oh, well, falling off is not a good thing. Now what kind of loot they have? So after crafting all the way up to level 300 in both tailoring and artificing, I can say, what? You can't climb this? Are you kidding me? Well, why even put the ladder there? That's a little ridiculous. So I can say that the crafting system is pretty good. The amount of items you begin getting up to and can craft gets a little confusing after a while just because there are so many. But the system works pretty well. All in all, just pretty good. So can't complain about that. Oh, this guy drops bombs. That is what is really messing me up here. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. No, I don't want to get hit by a bomb. Oh, invulnerable. Oh. No, of course. Oh, well, maybe I should actually try to fight here. But I don't think it's gonna work anyway. Okay. Well, first death with my new level stuff. Or my new level. Like I said, I spent like 10 levels just doing nothing but crafting, and that was fun. So I spared you guys the details of that. But what I'm going to do is I will link in the description box, I'm going to link these two guides that I used. Well, I guess the site has guides for all kind of crafting, so I just used the ones for artificing and tailoring, but the guides were really well written, and it seemed like everything was just very simple, very precise, like basically the ideal way to level your crafting with the minimum amount of money. So all in all, I probably spent like somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 7 gold leveling each of those all the way up to 300. So I feel that's pretty good, given the prices that I was getting. I think for like let's see what the exchange rate is. For like 1,000 gems, which not sure how much that is. Yeah, so you get 13 gold. So basically, for like 1,000 gems, I think that you can get two skills up to like 300, and 1,000 is like basically like a little over $10, like $12 or something. So fair trade for my time. My time is valuable, and I know some of the purists are going to say, well, you know, you're just cheesing it. And I'll admit, I am cheesing it, and I am not mad at cheesing it. I love games that give you the option to do RMT trading, because not everybody has the time to sit and grind and collect, you know, 400 logs to get from, like, you know, 0 to 75 or from 75 to 150, and that was a nice option for me. So that is that. I'm not sure how I feel about the staff play on the Necromancer. It doesn't seem like I do a tremendous amount of damage with it. I guess that's maybe not the point. I mean, I guess this is more of like a buff debuff kind of AoE setup, and the dagger is more for just like raw burst DPS. But I don't know. The only problem with the dagger is that you can't do long range shots with your primary, and so that kind of suffers. Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, this life drain spell is really hitting hard now. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and knock this thing down if we can. Ruined log. Why am I getting ruined logs? oh, logging axe of higher quality to avoid ruining. So I guess this means I'm at the point now where I should be upgrading to, let's see, we got copper, logging axe. What is the next best axe? Logging axe. No, that's not the axe I'm looking for, is it? No, we'll just go to somewhere that actually sells them NPC, and we'll get the next best one. Okay, the battle, where is this at? Oh, is that a world event battle? Not necessarily something going on in this zone, is it? Alright, well, let's go over here and we'll destroy some more centaur camps and weapons and supplies. Ensure the safe delivery of supplies to the mine and defeat centaurs. I can do that because I do not like centaurs. And centaurs do not like me. Okay, we'll open up with the well. See how, oh man, that is really doing some damage now. I mean, that's always been a pretty decent AoE, but with some gear in this level, it really seems to do a lot. Okay, thank the gods indeed. Alright. Sergeant Reeves, Guard Barnaby. Oh, and another thing I guess I failed to mention. Since I was working on my tailoring, I went ahead and I made 4 15 slot bags. I think now I can actually create like 18 and or buy them off the auction house. Pro tip, because of the fact that the majority of the cost of those is like the greater stones of holding, which I think is created by another craft entirely. It's actually basically, I think, cheaper instead of building, like, refining all the scraps of cloth into the bolts and then buying the rune of holding and then building the bag. It's basically cheaper and quicker just to buy that bag off, off the Black Lion Trading Company. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have done that instead of what I did, which was horribly inefficient. I had originally created the 8 slots myself. Then I leveled up tailoring a bit, and I was like, oh, I can create 12 slots now. Well, that's a big upgrade. So then I created 4 12 slots. And then I was like, well, I'm going to take tailoring all the way up to 300. And I got there, and I was like, well, I can create 15. At some point, I was like, oh, I can create 15 slots. So I created those. And then eventually near the end, there's like 18 slots that I could create. And so I should have just waited, and then I should have bought the 18 slots right off the market probably if I had the cash and the coin. So pro tip, that's a little one, and having the extra bag space is incredible. I mean, it is a big difference not having to go back to town that much, and it always has been in every MMO. I mean, like, when do you not want the biggest slot bags that you can get? I mean, you would never not want those. So get them early and get the biggest ones you can afford is my motto on that. Let's see what's going on in here. I'm having a little bit of visual artifacting, which is the first time I've ever had any visual artifacting in the game, which I guess that's okay. I mean, it's been a non-issue from, up to this point, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. I will be okay.
Thank you.
And it's kind of weird, too, because I used to have an ATI Radeon, and I had a lot of artifacting issues with that card. And I have an NVIDIA GTX 670 now, which is a pretty beast card. I mean, it's probably not the very best card you can get. I think the 680 and the 690 are a little higher performance, but I mean, it's good, and it's really, I mean, if you're looking for one of the single GPU cards that is incredible performance for like a kind of decent bang for your buck, I think I paid a few $100 for it. I haven't had any problems with the GTX 670, and I'm sure this artifacting is just a problem with the game engine. But every other game I've played, Black Ops 2, which obviously doesn't have a very demanding engine, EVE Online, I mean, anything I can think of that I've played, Fallout, all that, everything in Borderlands 2, I can run it completely max settings, like 16x anti-aliasing, still getting 60 frames a second, no artifacting. So yeah, there's that. If you want a good video card, I highly recommend the 670 or anything in that series, like the 670, 680, or 690, I believe, are those. Alright, Earthworks Bluff, but I still haven't completed this. Man, the spawn rate over here, unless there is a better area to be fighting these, doesn't seem very high. Maybe there's a little cave or something that has more of them. I'm not sure how I feel about this Shadow Fiend. I mean, I'm feeling like I should just let him hit something on his own for a minute so I can just see what kind of damage he's doing. I'll back up and let him, I'll try to. It's 145. Well, I'm not sure if that was my 145 or his 145 that was hitting that. And you know, I don't know how to send him to attack without using this haunt thing. I don't know how to send him to attack on his own. See if that'll work. I think that just goes over there and blinds him. I mean, you think he would continue to fight. I'll have to look around in the options and see how we make our friend attack. Oh, I got interrupted. That sucks. Trampler. Okay. Don't like you, buddy. Yeah, and I feel like this pet is just really not particularly worth it. So I have the Well of Suffering already. Could go with the Well of Corruption as well, which actually is really strong, because it converts any buffs on foes into negative conditions. Well of Power I just recently unlocked. God, I kind of like this Signet of the Locust just because it causes you to run 25% faster. I feel like, man, it's just really hard to beat that unless you're having a problem dealing with somebody and need to try to switch strategy. Like, I mean, I know it takes up a slot, but why wouldn't you want to run 25% faster all the time? No, I would. Okay, so is this some world event, or area event? Skirmishes with centaurs are a regular occurrence. The Seraph are struggling to hold off the attack and take new ground. Defeat Arathi loggers before they collect enough lumber to repair the earthworks catapults. Okay. I think I can do that. Feel like that's something within my grasp. Hey buddy, why don't you come on back here? I know you're running over there with that lumber and all. Oh, is this one? This one doesn't seem to be collecting any lumber. Hey, buddy, they're paying you to collect lumber and bring it back to the catapult. What are you doing out here? Yeah, more will come indeed. Alright. Oh, there's a vista up there I should probably get. Hey guys, why don't you stop over here and we'll talk about it first. Okay. Still doing pretty good damage and surviving pretty well. So I was using a healing boon there. Well, it looks like I finished the other quest while doing this one, which very nice. Chaining these together. What do we got? Kamita Bloodsword over there. What class is that? Is that like an elementalist or something? Yeah, looks like it might be. Or Mesmer or something? I'm not too sure on the classes. I really haven't done any PvP yet, which I really am wanting to do. And I just haven't paid too much attention to what the icons mean. So forgive me for not knowing in my noobness what these are, if this is a Mesmer or an Elementalist. Oh, I feel like it's a Mesmer because it's got the mask, and that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and there's the clone. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's really cool actually. That is an interesting class there. Okay. Man, my guy, I'm not even using the Well of Suffering and I'm dealing some damage. Yeah, oh, succeeded. 810 experience, 92 karma. Thank you for that. We will take our gold for our previous success. And I'm going to help out old Karathi here because I'm feeling bad for her having to deal with this guy. There's a big sword for a wizard. Okay, wait a minute. We've got another event here. Where's that? Okay, the battle for Northeast Essex Hills. Skirmishes with centaurs, regular occurrence. The Raptor struggling to hold off the attacks taking ground. Capture all 3 sections of the Harathi earthworks. Okay, let's do that. We'll buff up here. Hit him with an AoE. Oh yeah. Kicking ass and taking names here. Now what is that? It looks like almost like a... What is that? Oh, more weapons racks. Okay, always love killing those. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Nothing? Okay, this area is turning blue. Okay, I guess we took this area over. Imagine that's what that means. Okay. Control thing is going up. Okay, so we have basically captured this area. Alright, success there. I'm gonna move over here and work on this area. Okay, AoE, and I'm gonna convert, and then I'm gonna do this AoE damage in this form as well. This Death Shroud form is actually pretty good, but only really I've noticed when you're number 4. What is that called? When like the uppermost unlocked skill is not on cooldown. Almost like useless to go into Death Shroud if you don't have that off of cooldown, because you just don't do so much damage in it. I mean, it's kind of a damage buffer because you don't take actual damage to your health, but I wouldn't say it's like anything to write home about other than that. And again, the fear spells are like, whatever. They're neither here nor there. They don't last long enough in my opinion. And so, like, I'm used to old, like, EverQuest, or at least, like, it's been a long time since I've played, but, like, WoW mechanics. I want to say that, like, the fear spells in those games, I mean, at least last, like, 10, 12, maybe 14 seconds. So it would give you a decent amount of time to get some damage off, or like a damage over time spell off, and it wouldn't break the minute you did something, or at least it would just only have a chance of breaking. So, I don't know, I'm not crazy about the fear spells on this Necromancer, and I really usually have always loved playing a Necro. Original EQ, I played a Necro, and you could fear and do some nice fear kiting there, and I was hoping that it would be similar in this, but it's a little different so far, and that's okay, I guess. Certainly wasn't expecting to have the kind of survivability that I now have, it looks like. I mean, I know that I'm level scaled down here, but, and earlier I was having a lot of problems, but it seems like with some decent gear, and that kind of has solved that problem. So I'm definitely not dying left and right like I was before. Yep. So this is the last area to capture, and we will be done over here. Yep. Man, that guy's got some cool skills. Just a straight up warrior, maybe? Not sure if that's a warrior or a guardian or what, but... I like your style, Yorin. Yorin Crushclaw. kill this weapon rack. Hate weapon racks. Get out of there. Oh, we got another one. Okay. Hey, stop right there, buddy. I do like having the root. It seems to be nice. I mean, it's only 3 seconds, but it's kind of nice when you got one of those runners. You'd be able to lock them down. I think we are pretty much done. Okay, we're done with that. Okay. Alright, I want to go over here and get this waypoint. Good contribution. Okay, very good. Oh god. Oh, well, that was not as bad as I expected. The fall damage has been pretty rough so far that I've noticed. Okay, this guy's a veteran. And I got a feeling that he is gonna whip my ass, but I can't help but want to take him on since I have a much better gear now, and so I just want to try it and like get a feel for how much I can take on and what I can kind of do against a guy like this. Oh, hey, I'm actually not doing terrible here. This is not bad. I have this guy in the bag, it looks like. Yeah, oh, he's regenerating pretty quickly. He's regenerating faster than I could put damage on him in that mode, which is basically useless. But hey, a soloed a veteran, that was good. Alright, the help Lion Guard Micah, keep Blackhaven area safe for travelers, check bushes for bandits, clear mud wallows, and cull hostile creatures from the area. Okay. I think this is a job we're up to, old shooting skeet. Okay. The nourishment. Inspiration, get a random boon every 10 seconds. That's kind of cool. Like roll the dice and get a random thing, huh? Okay. Cull hostile creatures. Well, are the golden moas considered hostile? I don't really think so.
Peace is worth fighting for.
Yeah. What do I need to do? Stick with us until we reach Kessex Haven. There have been reports of banished centaurs along our route, but a little help will stand a better chance. Alright, let's go.
Safely to Kessex Haven. Is that too much to ask? I don't get paid enough for this job.
Okay, I have a feeling we're gonna be in for a slow walk here. Ox is pack bull is not moving with too much pep in his step. I'm just gonna fight this Moa in the meantime. Why not? Oh, did I just hit something for 2,200 damage? It must have been a critical. I mean, I had my Well of Suffering up, but I'm thinking that was a critical with my dagger or something. That's a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, that's like more than my health in one shot, which is pretty good. I do say so myself. What we got here? I got some cash to pick up when I get a chance. So with the crafting, I just took all that stuff that I crafted that I couldn't use, and I just sold it on black trading. But I basically priced it not like instant sell price, but matching the lowest price of other people who had sell orders out on that. So it's been returning a little bit of silver. I mean, nothing to write home about, but I mean, recouping anything from that big expenditure and all those items I created, I mean, is better than not being able to get anything. So I noticed the plus power and the plus vitality items really seem to sell for a premium. So, oh man, am I letting this guy die here? I don't want to do that. Can I heal him? Is AoE heal? Oh yes I can. Oh, that is amazing. I will do that. Hey, stay in the well, buddy. Okay, well maybe he will regen. Um, but yeah, so I also, like, most of this gear is plus, well, I think it's a set. It's plus 10 power, plus 10 might duration, which I don't exactly know what that does. But a lot of the gear I have is like plus power, plus vitality, and I noticed that that is what really goes for the premium, because I guess that gives you the hit points, as well as the damage, and is probably a good all-around stat set to have. I mean, that just kind of makes sense to me, but not sure what the meta is like in PvP. I mean, if there's...
We must hold this ground.
So for each class, I mean, obviously I'm sure it's different, but I'm not sure what the meta is for like Necromancers in PvP. I really have not done my research. And yeah, so for now I'm guessing Vitality, Power is going to be pretty good for damage and hit points. But, you know, maybe there's like a really good build with a lot of toughness or a lot of precision or something like that. I just don't know. So if you know, leave a comment. I'd definitely appreciate any actual experienced Guild Wars 2 players letting me know what the hell is going on with the stats I should be really working on as a Necro, for at least for PvE for leveling, and then what would be good in the meta for PvP, because I want to do a lot of PvP. Alright, that was pretty good use of that AoE. I mean, I feel like I got a lot of bang for my buck there. Alright. Oh, okay. Not bad. How far is this? Oh man, this is really far, isn't it? Well, I guess it's not too bad, but at this rate it feels like a long time. And let's see, we are pretty close to 26 now, which is good. We'll get another point for our traits. Okay, we got another wave incoming. Hey, come on guys, why don't y'all group up right here so I can AoE you? Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing over here with my friends? Yeah, that'll be the end of you. Okay. Oh man, I get like a double. I think when I have that locust up and plus my signet, the locust alone is 33% movement speed for 10.5 seconds, and then the signet is already passively 25%, so I'm like moving like 170% or 165% speed with both of those active. That's pretty cool. And I noticed like some of the mobs don't chase too much, so if you run far enough away, like maybe you can get away from some mobs. Maybe that's something to think about for myself if I get into something I can't really handle, instead of just standing there and dying like I've kind of been doing. What's this guy doing here? What has he got, a gun? Got a blunderbuss or something? Class is that the engineer? Kind of looked at that. I was interested in the engineer as well. I saw one guy. I really haven't observed too much engineer play, but I saw one guy throwing down like some healing and some turrets, like healing turrets and weapon turrets. That was pretty cool. Looked like he was doing a pretty nice addition to a group, like a lot like maybe like a bard almost, in terms of effectiveness for the group. Oh, that went well. So wow, maybe I can, like, maybe that's what they were talking about with the Wellomancer, that the AoE is really good and that I could like pull like 4 or 5 mobs like I was talking about in series maybe like series 2 or 3 I did of this. I was talking about hoping that I was going to be able to pull and kite or AoE like 4 or 5 mobs at a time and really be able to level up quickly. And just that pack right there, these past few packs where I've been able to hit them with the Well of Suffering, like I feel like it's going to be possible. So
I'm an achiever.
okay, alright, that's done. I'm glad about that because that was moving very slowly. Escort the supply bowl to quarry side. Well, haven't I already escorted him? Yeah, I feel like I've already escorted him, and so I wouldn't need to escort him again, would I? Well, maybe it's a different event. Interrupted. I hate that. Hmm. Yeah, like look how fast. Well, I think I've got something. Oh, crippled. Once I'm uncrippled, look how fast I move with Locust and Swiftness. Pretty nice. Hmm. Alright. Escort the supply bowl to the quarry site. Hmm. Can't help myself but kill a centaur. Okay, here's that vista I wanted to get up and take a look at. Get some free experience. If I can get up there. Oh god, what have I done? How do I get up this thing? I mean, it looks like you could get up these logs here, but I don't think I can make the jump either up here or to the right. I'm just not going to be able to jump that high. And if I get there, let's see, maybe I can get up these logs? Oh yeah, maybe that's how we do it. I think. Okay. Very good. Oh, don't fall off. Alright. Yeah, well, a little more glitching there, or like artifacting. That's kind of weird, but who am I to complain? Okay. Okay, I've completed this. Oh, okay. Oh, that's moving. That's why that's, let me do this and see if I can get some extra run speed. Okay, stack, duration, Alright.
By the gods, what will we do now?
Oh, I'm level scaled. I just noticed that I am level scaled to like level 20 right now, where I think I was previously like 17 or so, so maybe this area is getting a little harder. Okay, wait, we cannot let him get in trouble here, can we? Okay, I think that is actually, yeah, that's an elementalist. Okay, I'm just trying to learn all these icons. I think that's just a regular warrior, not a guardian. Elf Engineer Gilly, by protecting the perimeter from centaurs, clearing vermin from the mine and fields, and motivating workers. Okay. Let's carry things. Garden hoe. What is that? One now? Okay. Very good. Alright, and I just leveled, I got 26, so I think I'm going to dump the rest of these trait points here, and I'm going to end the video here and pick it up in the next one. So, currently level 26, yeah, I'm going to try to round out this death magic. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright.